Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions. Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, and Afro beats. Donate to our PayPal and also join our Patreon. Become the apprentice.
You're tuning to the hottest show on the planet, Livewire Mix, baby. Drop a link on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Got a song to mix and master? Drop me a line on my email. Up your Livewire. It tough, you know.
Yo. And I want to say, what I want, peoples, what I want, what's up? I'm a mixchain engineer host here, Andrew Weber, Mr. International himself. And I welcome to another Livewire Mix Cafe here. And we got a nice show for you guys today. And if you want to hook up with me, guys, don't be afraid to hit me up on my YouTube channel here. If you want to get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, Afrobeat, be sure to check up on my website here. And of course, if you want to learn how to mix and master like the pros, Pro Soca mixing in the box right here, track arrangement and routing, mixing instrumental vocals, and mastering for iTunes, all in the box there, $30. Be sure to hit me up on my Patreon as well. If you guys want to become an exclusive member here, $10 a month. Become the apprentice here, and you get exclusive access. $10 a month here, guys. You get top of the line mixing videos not easily found on YouTube, and free beats from me from time to time here. And by the way, my new rhythm is out. It's called Soca Jump. Available now on my store, which is the rhythm you're hearing right now. But today we're gonna be talking about Soca Mixchain. So let's cut and go right down because you know how we're gonna do it. So wheel out and come again.
So I'ma tell them, yeah. Anywhere you go, me say listen to me now. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Smell sweet and high heel shoes. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news. Break the face, I get you.
Tune in and share the live, guys.
Punch your phone, frustrated. She said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone. Me wanna white you out to the phone. Anywhere you go, I me say break the pace, I get you in a trouble. Look back, me say what how you go. Break the pace, I get you in a trouble. Yo, so I me tell them, yeah. Anywhere you go, me say listen to me now. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble.
Shout out to all the artists, all the fans and supporters.
Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news. Break the face, I get you in a. Keep a lock on your phone. Frustrated, she said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone. Me wanna white you out to the phone. Anywhere you go, I me say break the face, I get you in a trouble. Look back, me say what how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble.
And we're going to be right back after this small commercial break here.
Want to learn how to play chords in soca, reggae, afro, and dancehall beats? Even mix and master and produce these beats. Pristine Production is proud to present Caribbean Producers Academy. Here you can book a 1-hour coaching session on the days you choose with our top engineer, Andrew Weber. Dues our price plan from 0 to hero, where you get 5 days a week, an hour and a half each day. The dojo, 2 days a week, and the rookie, 1 day a week, where you can get exclusive in-depth one-on-one live session training and mixing from the comfort of your own home to get your Caribbean productions on international level. So what are you waiting for? Join our Caribbean Producers Academy.
Lights up in the sky, Trinidad. The melodies are sweet, it's carnival, we feel the heat.
You're tuning to the hottest show on the planet, Livewire Mix, baby. Drop a link on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Got a song to mix and master? Drop me a line on my email. Up your Livewire. It tough, you know.
And welcome back to the show here. I'm your mixing engineer, of course, Andrew Raven here. And So glad you can join us here. Shout out to all the buddies and artists as well. And I'll be talking about soca mixchain here. And I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks here. What to do to get get a little bit of strength in your soca rhythm, in your drums. It can be applied as well to dancehall, reggae, Afrobeat, all of that stuff, if you wanted to. So yeah, let's get into that soca chain, man. You, like I said, you got to make sure you have a good beat, you have good ideas and that whole thing, and select the right tones. So let's get down to what Brother Ray did with his rhythm here to get it sounding. Julian promo's ready. Very simple, groovy beat here. So what you want to do at times is not everything in the mix needs to be EQ'd or it needs to be processed at any point. So you got to make sure you're focusing on the elements in your mix that is going to enhance. I like to think of plugins musical when it comes to soca mix chains. Musical means if I'm hearing a guitarist play a strum, and I'm adding a compressor or a channel strip, it's allowing that strum to sound like it's being played a little bit more tighter, softer. That's what I mean by getting the plugins to sound musical rather than just compressing the heck out of something because I need to compress this, I need to compress that. So you got to make sure you know when and when not to mess around with the sound. So for example, here I'm playing the sound here. That's the hi-hats, of course. I'm not doing anything with that. It's very rare I would add EQ on hi-hats. Let's get down to let's start off with the drums here. And I want to talk about soca mix chain, guys. You may think, oh, Rayburn has like 5, 6, 7 different plugins on the thing. I'm actually using like single channel strips, and the reason why I use channel strips is that I can get the EQ and the compressor and the gate all in one package rather than having to go to different plugins and eat up the CPU. So I've gotten accustomed to using channel strips here. So check this out. Now I'm doing a couple things here. I'm adding a little bit of 6 dB at 8K, 8 dB at 3.5K, and I'm adding a low end, of course, at 40. Let me turn off the channel strip here. That's what I started out with. You can hear a huge difference in when I'm engaging the channel strip, because a lot of producers would take maybe that's a kick sample and say, okay, well, that's it, I'm just gonna put that in there and add a little bit of top bass, low end, and then you bring the vocals in from the artist, and in the mixing and mastering process you might wonder why it sounds like the mix is lacking, because the kick has no characteristics here. So notice when I turn the channel strip on, the kick sound more alive. There's a more top end on the beater. And of course the kick is still sounding natural. This is what I mean by allowing the plugin to better let your sound musical. Off, on. So that low end is giving me some nice thump, and that top end is giving me clarity here. Let's move on down here. Let's see what else we got. Using another channel strip again. That's what I'm adding there. You may say, well, Ray, why not use a stock EQ on the kick. Why not use that? Well, I'm going to show you a little bit of difference here. You can also use stock plugins, but I'm going to show you what Analog does with it. A shout out to Easy on the Beat. What's up? Much love and blessing every time. Big up yourself. Don't get no headache. Don't get no migraine. So let's get into it. So I have a challenge strip here on the toms here. Let's see what can be done with just the stock. So I'm put up a stock EQ here. And the two things we want to do on the tom, we want to give it a little more punch and top end. So let's do that. I'm going to give it a little bit of top end first. About 5K, about 9 dB. I'm feeling clarity here. And let's give it a little bit of bottom end. Here we go. And that's about it. I've added 8 dB at 5K and 15 dB at 50 hertz to get a worthy sounding low end on the toms. Watch what happens when I engage the channel strip here, the SSL channel strip. I'm only adding 47 hertz at 5 dB. Top end at 9 dB with the 8K. And that's about it. No compression happening. So let's kick in the channel strip. Let's add a little bit of low end just to be fair. Right about there. Let's hear what the stock EQ has. Now I'm doing a big shelf here at the 50 here. I'm gonna bring it back a channel strip. I'm gonna flip between stock. What I'm hearing here, the channel strip is giving me a tighter sound. Although I'm boosting about 13 dB at 47 hertz, I'm not getting an over EQ low end. On the stock EQ here, I'm getting a bigger low end, but it sounds a little bit unnatural. It doesn't sound bad, but it's all by taste. Personally, I like the channel strip version better from the SSL because I'm getting a little bit more low end, but it's still sounding a little bit more natural to me. So that's how you can still get some nice low end sounding with stock EQ. Now I'm going to move on to the other mix and chain here. There we go. And I'm using the UAD API channel strip here. Can you guys guess exactly what I'm doing with this API channel strip? On. Off. I'm actually adding a little bit of compression here, and I'm not adding any EQ because I'm going to be layering a snare drum with this soca track. And the main thing I'm doing here is adding a little bit of preamp on the line right here. So when I turn on the API channel strip, off, on, it's giving me a little bit more saturated sound. Now I come back to another channel strip here, and analog sound really adds some sizzle and magical glow to your mix if you get used to analog sound. Off, on. So what are we doing so far, Rayburn? Well, we're taking simple challenge strips, putting it across the sounds that we feel that is needed to get the soca and the drums to be lifted, so it's already sounding like a big complete mix. We want to practice that and make sure the rhythm is moving forward, it has strength, and it doesn't sound wacko. It doesn't suck. Big up yourself, Easy on the beat. Hope you don't get your headache, man. It's a headache-free live stream. So thank you very much. It's a fresh. I'm going military. I'm going to transporter, y'all. So this is what we're talking about, mixchain here. We're taking minimal stuff here and already getting a big sound out of this simple beat. So we want to make sure we keep track of that. That little dog bark sound, I'm not doing anything. It's just a sound effect here, so I'm not EQing that or anything. Let's bring in, let's see what we do with the bass line here. Now check this out. I have a stock EQ on this bass line here. I'm going to isolate the sound a little bit here, just so we can hear what's up with the by the way, UAD is having a sale, guys. Their plugins is going for $49 here, and I'm going to show you real quick. UAD, it's going for $49, whether you want a challenge strip, whether you want a compressor. Check it out. The API is going for $49. The studio tape is $49 US. Manly Vox Box challenge strip, Lexicon 224 is going for $49. So be sure to check out their sale, man. I love UAD stuff. It gives me a great sound in whatever genre I'm mixing here. Now there's a bunch of frequencies in this bass here that I'm dealing with here. Watch what happens when I take out the EQ. The sound doesn't sound like a bass anymore. It sounds like a dirty synth. And if that's the direction you want to go, finding some kind of drums to complement that, by all means, but it sounds a little bit too harsh to me. Check this out. It's the same synth, EQ on. Sounds more refined. So what I'm doing here, I'm boosting a little bit of 5K at 6 dB, taking out 2K at 3 dB. Check this out. I'm taking out a little bit of 2K, and I'm also taking out 12 dB of 800. There was some resonance in this sound that I didn't like. I wanted to smooth it out a little bit here, so this is where the 2K, actually it's on the, not a 2K, this is where the 273 hertz at 7 dB comes in. Let's play back. That's what I'm taking out. And of course I'm adding a little bit of 30 hertz at 7 dB here. Off, on. Listen to the difference here when I turn off the EQ. Off. Too much mid-range. Here we go. So notice, although I said there was too much mid-range, I'm still adding back 6 dB at 5K. I'm just adding a little bit of clarity on the top, not the mid-range, so I can get a little bit of sizzle on that synth bass. Let's bring the other sound here.
Punch your phone, frustrated. She said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone. Me wanna watch you up to the phone. Anywhere you go, I me say break the bass, I get you in a trouble. Look back, me say what all you got. Break the bass, I get you in a trouble.
So this is what I'm doing with the other sound, the synthesizer here. I'm going to show you guys some more tricks right after we come back after this short commercial break here.
Pristine production. Bad inna the place. I dem fi know.
And be sure to pick up the inspiration to create here. Pro Soca Synth Plugs. Now available on my stores. 15 MIDI and sample loops. Whether you want to create that next big soca hit sound, you want to get that top of the line on any DAW. Soca Plug synths here. BPM synced and ready to go.
You're tuning to the hottest show on the planet, Livewire Mix, baby. Drop a link on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Got a sound to mix and master? Drop me a line on my email. A pure Livewire. It tough, you know.
Tough, rough, and buff. So, yeah, we're talking about soca mixchain. And we're using simple challenge strips and how to treat your sound to get it worthy ready. And when I mean worthy ready, you want to impress an artist, a producer. You got to make sure your track is banging, man. So these are simple things that we got to look for. So we're moving into the synthesizer part here. Let's see what Brother Ray did here with this synthesizer here. EQ off. Now, I rarely do this, guys. I'm taking off a little bit of low end because I just wanted the lead to stay in dead center of the mix. I'm adding a little bit of top end here to get a little bit of clarity, and I take out a little bit of resonance here. Check this out. Let me show what I'm taking out here. Hear that little irritating sound? That's what I'm taking out. The lead synth is not as important as the main low end of the track, so I'm not missing anything, although I'm taking out a little bit of low end from the synth itself. Let's bring the other sound here. And this is another form of taking the signal and distorting it with analog console sounds. So I'm taking that extra snare there and I'm adding some drive to it here. Let's go ahead and pause that. On. So it sounds like the sound has gotten louder, but it's actually harmonics from the console. The console shaping is actually adding power back to that snare drum. So that's what I'm doing there. Other sound. I'm using another synth here, but I'm not adding anything to it. Let's get to that. Because I wanted to sound faded and like dark in the background. That's all I wanted it to do. So I'm not putting any process plugins on that. Bring in the other intro sound here. Play. That's all I'm doing is a little bit of pre-intro lead right there. All the way at the end as well. Not adding any process to that.
Say listen to me now. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Smell sweet and high heel shoes. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news.
So like the last part here, I'm gonna show you a little bit of tips and tricks on what I do on the vocals here. Want to get that vocals to cut through and shine through the mix. How can I sign up for mix and mastering class? Link in the description, co-host. Join my CPA Music Academy. Be a blessing for a change. And that's how we do it. Make the change in the mix. So check this out. I have the EQ, I have the vocal here.
Look back and watch how you go. With the face, I get you in a trouble. Smell sweet and high heel shoes. With the face, I get you in a trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news. With the face, I get you in a keep a lap on your phone. Frustrated, she said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone.
So what I'm doing with the UAD here to allow this vocal to cut through the mix, I'm adding saturation, of course. Beg your pardon if you heard the echo just now on the system here. I'm adding a saturation, of course, on the chain here. It's taking care of the delivery of the performance of the vocals on top of the soca mix here. If I take this off, take this out.
Me wanna watch you out to phone. Anywhere you go, I me say break the bass, I get you in a trouble. Look back, me say what how you go. Break the bass, I get you in a trouble.
And on top of that, I'm adding a little bit of small clarity here. I'm just adding 3 dB at 4K and 4 dB at 10K. That's all I needed. And the 1176 from UAD is actually pushing the vocal. Check this out.
So me tell them. Anyway.
Want to shout out to DJ Mr. Easy. Big up yourself up in Chicago, and big up to my sis Michelle. Big up yourself, sis. Love you. So yeah, the 1176, man, is cutting the mix right through. It's adding two things to the vocals here. It's adding punch as adding volume to get back into the mix.
Me say listen to me now. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Smell sweet and high heel shoes. Break the face, I get you in a trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news. Break the face, I get you in a keep a lap on your phone. Frustrated, she said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone. Me wanna watch you out to the phone.
So I'm just adding that quick release, and I got a heart attack here. Not a heart attack, but it's what they call a slow attack on the knob.
Anywhere you go, I me say break the bass, I get you in a trouble. Look back, me say what how you go.
I'm gonna give you an example of what a hard or a slow attack is.
Break the bass, I get you in a trouble. Yo.
I'm softening up the signal here with the attack.
So I me tell them, break the face, I get you in a trouble.
It's gonna allow the signal to sound a little bit more softer, more controlled. If I dial it back here, check this out.
Look back and watch how you go. Break the face, I get you in a trouble.
It allows the vocals to cut through and the rapping to be more dynamic and sounding a little bit more brighter and stronger in the mix here.
So I me tell them,
So magically, the 1176, if I turn it off,
Me say listen to me now. Break your face and get you in trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break your face and get you in trouble.
so as he says, pretty face is gonna get you in trouble. That's what the 1176 is doing, man. It's controlling the vocal and pushing it, cutting through the mix. So I'm getting a nice, big, superb sound. Big up yourself, Raquel. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share here when it comes to soca mixchain, man. You know, you want to get your vocals to cut through. You want to get the vocals to be slicing through the mix. The 1176 from the UAD. Or you can get the waves. That's going to work. Remember, guys, if you want to become part of my Patreon here, $10 a month, and you're going to be getting exclusive access to my advanced mixing videos. Or if you want to donate to my PayPal, show us some love. Any amount will do. And all this goes right back into content, man. So shout out to all the supporters here. And that's what I want to share with you guys. It's been fun. And let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about next. I'm going to be live streaming next week, God willing. And if you want to join my CPA Academy as well, you want to get one-on-one coaching where you want one day a week, 2 days a week, or 5 days a week. I have different prices. You can sign up on my CPA Academy. I'm going to run that commercial as soon as we're done. And it's been fun. Peace out. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.
Yo, so what me tell them? Yeah. Anywhere you go, me say listen to me now. Break your face and get you in trouble. Look back and watch how you go. Break your face and get you in trouble. Smell sweet and high heel shoes. Break your face and get you in trouble. Tune in, me say listen to the news. Break your face and get you in trouble. Punch your phone, frustrated. She said leave her alone. Them attitude me not condone. Me wanna white you out to the phone. Anywhere you go, I me say break the bass and get you in trouble. Look back, me say what how you go. Break the bass and get you in trouble.
Want to learn how to play chords in soca, reggae, afro, and dancehall beats? Even mix and master and produce these beats. Pristine Production is proud to present Caribbean Producers Academy. Here you can book a 1-hour coaching session on the days you choose with our top engineer, Andrew Rayburn. Dues our price plan from 0 to hero, where you get 5 days a week, an hour and a half each day. The dojo, 2 days a week, and the rookie, 1 day a week, where you can get exclusive in-depth one-on-one live session, training, and mixing from the comfort of your own home to get your Caribbean productions on international level. So what are you waiting for? Join our Caribbean Producers Academy.
Lights up in the sky, Trinidad. The melodies are sweet. It's carnival. We feel the heat. Walking and a jumping.
Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions. Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, and afro beats. Donate to our PayPal and also join our Patreon. Become the apprentice.